Hi. You like fruit? How about apples? I know I like apples. They're my favorite fruit. And when I see a nice shiny apple like that, it reminds me of those old TV shows where there's a student that gives his favorite teacher a nice shiny apple, and then the teacher's so happy and the student's so proud. It's kind of a nice little relationship moment that you get to see. Well, you might not know this, but I was a preschool teacher for many years. And to be honest, I didn't get an apple from a student for many years. But when I did, it sure was sweet. Because, number one, I love apples. But number two, because I realized that it was such a nice moment that the kid thought of me and gave me an apple knowing that I liked apples. So it took quite a few years to get that apple, and it took a lot of patience. And that's what I want to talk about, patience. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. And you can't talk about fruit of the Spirit without talking about spiritual gifts. And you might be thinking, what are spiritual gifts? Well, those are things like serving, teaching, giving, leading, encouraging, showing mercy. And then if you remember, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control. And to kind of explain how these two things, these gifts and this spiritual fruit work together, I'm going to use these two books. So we got The Joy of Giving with a Christmas Tree. You know how it takes a long time to wait for your presents on Christmas. Once you see them wrapped under the tree, it seems like forever. And then you rip them open and then it's kind of over, right? That's kind of like how I'm going to think of spiritual gifts in a way. But then there's also this apple tree that takes time to grow, right? And it takes a lot of patience to wait for that tree to turn into a tree that produces fruit, and then even longer for that fruit to become sweet and good to eat. But the thing is that fruit, once it gets that state, it keeps coming every year. You can give it to people, you can eat them. It's a gift that just keeps on giving, right? So how does these two things work together? We're going to see that. If we look in the Bible, we can see in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4, that love is patient, it says. So love is patient. Those are two fruits of the Spirit. So they're working together there. But also, they work with these gifts, these spiritual gifts that God gives us. They're kind of like tools, right? And so we can help people to know and grow with God and just in general, right? So let me explain. God gave me the spiritual gift to be a teacher, right? So I could help help kids to want to learn and help them to grow and help them to know God even through our relationship. But it takes spiritual fruit to do that. It takes love and it takes patience, right? To do that. And it takes a long time. It's not something that happens overnight. In fact, if you think about my story I was telling you, that might be why it took so long for a student to finally give me an apple. Because maybe it took me that long to become a good teacher as I grew in the fruit of the Spirit with love and patience, kindness, gentleness, all those things. But God can use them along with these tools He gives us, these spiritual gifts, to bless people, right? And to make a world a better place and to help people to know what God is like and know His love. Now, if you look into the Bible and you look at Jesus, you can see that He has all the fruits of the Spirit, and He also uses all those spiritual gifts. He teaches, He serves, He gives, He encourages people, and He definitely leads and shows mercy, right? And we know He's just an awesome God like that. And so if we want to be like Him, we need these. And so God gave us His Spirit to do this. So I hope we can make the world a little brighter place and help bless each other. Have a good day.